Yes, hello everyone. Good morning and good evening. Let us start the session. So let us have the revise the subject whatever we have completed till now. Okay. So and please unmute yourself. Okay. So we'll ask a few questions. Please answer. And as I said, right, don't be thinking about 10 plus members in the session along with you. Feel like one to one. Anytime you have questions, please raise a hand. Okay. Or else if you have any question, we will discuss at the end of the session. Okay. So now tell me, what is a ReactJS? ReactJS is the library used to develop web applications. Okay. So our ReactJS is the library. What the purpose of ReactJS is to develop web applications. Okay. So how many types of applications we have in the world? For example, I may have web application. I may have mobile application. I may have desktop application. Okay. Desktop application in the sense, for example, I just connected through the Google. Sorry, I connected to the Zoom. Okay, so my Zoom is a what type of application? It is the web, it is a desktop, and a mobile. Three types of applications they are providing. If I install in my Windows machine, that it is become a desktop application. So if I connected through a Google, then it will be become my web application. If I connected to a mobile, so I need to be download from the Play Store. Okay. So if I connected like this, that is the mobile application. The purpose of our React.js is to develop a web applications. Most 80% of the applications are the web applications. Okay. For example, I want to develop a WhatsApp. WhatsApp also available either web WhatsApp, web application oriented or next mobile. Okay. Next desktop also. So like this, if you take any type of the application, we can able to develop which is the web application we can do with the React.js. For example, sir, I hear about React Native. React Native. So this is used to develop only mobile application. Okay. But here our target is to learn about the React.js to develop a web application. Okay. For example, you want to develop as an iOS developer, if you want to learn, that is a React Native, that is a different scenario. What is the web application? What is a web application? Web application is a software developed by using web technologies. So our web application is nothing but software which is developed by using the web technologies. For example, whoever is seeing the just watching, right, don't be watch, please take the notes parallelly. Okay. Web technologies and run on web browser. Okay. It will run on your web browser. What are the web technologies? Our web technologies are, yes, please go ahead. What are those? HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, sorry,
Yes,
JavaScript. These are the three web technologies. On the top of this web technologies, our World Wide Web. Who is the World Wide Web? For example, you are having the web application. So my application is the Amazon, www.amazon.com. So each web application is controlled by the World Wide Web. Okay. So who developed these web technologies? So the web technologies are developed by the persons whoever is a part of our World Wide Web. Okay. These World Wide Web given feasibility, there is no alternative for HTML, CSS, JavaScript. But you can able to develop your own library or you can able to develop your own framework. Either you want to develop your own library or the framework. What is a React.js here? Our React.js is the library to develop a web applications. Okay. So now tell me this question for everyone. What is the difference between the library and the framework? Just as you understand, anyone. So library means
hello.
library provides code to develop an application. What type of code it is? For example, if you observe any application, there is the few things which are repeated. For example, I want to bind the data. I want to get the data. I want to show the data in a grid. I want to create a registration pages, or else I want to create a grid forms. So like this. So for these, whatever the applications, okay, the features which are repeated, we can able to sort it as a simple a library. Okay, can I able to create a grid library? Yes. For example, as a developer, as a company, you can able to develop only grid also, and you can able to purchase, you can able to survive in the software side also. For example, kendo grid. Kendo grid, it is the one of the third party company. Okay, so these people are developing a only html, only html parts. They are developing a buttons, grids, inputs, math. For example, grid, only the grid. Okay, so these type of the companies are product companies. Okay, so our kendo team will work only for the html ui part. Ui is not that much of easy, but if you're able to understand easy, then it is a very easy after our sessions. Okay, see here kendo grid. So if I use the kendo grid is nothing but a plug and play. Okay, nothing, I just call so whatever you want. So these type of the things not now we'll see in the upcoming features. Even we are also able to create our own grid also. A grid is nothing but a feature in the react.js. We can able to create a component. We also able to create these type of the grids. I will show you. Okay, so why we are depending on third party libraries, right? Instead of the developers to be developer, it is very easy to be consumed. For example, it is the very smaller, I mean, it is the free version, definitely companies will be used. Okay, or else one second, one student asking the link. Or else a few companies will be develop these type of the things also. Even by using the react.js also, we can able to develop these type of the things also. Okay, so now our kendo is the library, that's it. This type of number of libraries are there. But why our react.js is got famous? Why not kendo? Why not so and so? Okay, so each company will be developer their own libraries are the frameworks, but a few will be become a famous, a few cannot. There is a few reasons. For example, you develop any library or the framework. For example, Narendra developed one library. Okay, if I want to use that library, okay, it should be applicable for my system also. I'm already having the existing application. If able to consume that one, or else if I'm having a application, if I want to extend, okay, number of reasons are there. Okay, so let us go back. What is the framework? Framework will provide.
Libraries.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Surya, come again.
Framework will provide libraries.
Okay, so framework provides libraries, syntax, environment to develop an application. Okay, so our framework contains a set of libraries. A framework is the simply a platform wherever you want to develop your application, you can able to develop by using the framework. That's it. Angular is the framework. By using the Angular, can I extend that Angular? Not possible. It is the framework where Angular is providing the syntaxes, Angular is providing the libraries, and it is providing environment to develop application. Coming to the library providing the only the code which you can able to consume and develop. Okay, so what are the pre-requirements? As already I said, you no need to worry about the subject. Here I can able to explain everything. Okay, so next, so how many types of web applications are there? How many types of web applications are there? Two types. One is the static, second one is the dynamic. Okay, one is the static, second one is the dynamic. Static in the sense, if you develop application on HTML and CSS, then it is the static. If you develop a application in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, then it is our dynamic web application. By using the React.js, what type of applications we can able to create? Dynamic. Okay. So another name of dynamic is nothing but a what is another name? User interactable applications. Dynamic is nothing but a user interactable, where user can able to interact. So already I have explained about a setup. Okay, if I want to work with React.js application, what are the software requirements? Okay, software requirements. What are the software requirements? Step number 1, install a Node.js. Okay, in the second video I have explained. If anybody missed, let me know. I will share you that one. Next one is create React application. Next, install Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. So these are the 3 software requirements. Okay, so already we have seen in a one session end to end how to create it. Okay, so here you are having just type Node.js in the browser. Here click on this one. It will download an MSA file. Open, click next. Okay, so I'm thinking like by today everybody having the setup of React.js. Am I correct? Still it is not yet
Yes.
done. So please go through that setup and complete. Okay. What is the purpose of Node.js here? The purpose of Node.js is yes,
To,
please.
to create, build, and
Create,
run the application.
build, and run React.js application. Okay. So to create, build, and run our React.js application. Next, why I need to create React application? To build our web application. React.js is to create our web application, implement a web application. Next, why I need to use the Visual Studio Code? Visual Studio Code is an IDE, integrated development environment. Okay, so our React.js is nothing but a IDE. So from where I can able to get it a Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code. So why I need to use this IDE? For example, here Node.js, by using this JS, you can able to create, build, and run your React application. Okay, this is the where you can able to create our application. But where you want to write a code? So Visual Studio Code is to write our code, our React.js code. Okay, so simply click on a download. It will be installed in a 2 to 3 minutes. Download, open that file. Next. So by these 3 things, our setup is completed. Okay, so our setup is completed. So how to create a React.js application? See here. Here I'm created a React.js batch. This is my folder. Okay, how to create? Go to the folder, type cmd. Cmd is nothing but a my command prompt. Okay, so cmd is nothing but a command prompt. Here it will open a command. So here our Node.js is providing a command call. What is that command? So now I'm asking the question to everyone. What is the command to create a React.js application?
npx
Everyone, please.
npx
All
and create React app.
number. npx
create react
create
app.
React.
Naresh, Praveen, Raghu, Vansi, Venkatesh. Everyone, please unmute.
npx create
React app
Okay.
file
So
name.
npx space
Create
create hyphen react. So this is the
app.
command. npx space create react app. So please, instead of the text, please unmute yourself, answer it. Okay. Next, you need to provide your application name. For example, here I given like a demo example, one sample example. Okay. Once you give an example 2, so it will create a React application for you. So now my React it will take 2 to 3 minutes. Press the enter, it will take 2 to 3. My React application is ready. Okay, my creator React application is ready. I have created. So let me go for this sample application. I need to be run this React application. What is the command? Same again, go to the address bar, type
NPM.
command npm
NPM
space start.
start.
Okay, so everyone please unmute. Npm space start. So what it will do? So again, npm is nothing but our node package manager. It will run our node package manager. So in the same path you are having the package.json. Okay, it will go to that package.json. It will try to build and run your ReactJS application. Let me run. Next, it is running. How to open this application Visual Studio Code? Same again, go to the address bar, type cmd code space dot, press enter. So our ReactJS using the commands to create application, run the application. Next, open the code in the Visual Studio Code also. Okay, so only open only one command prompt where your solution is running. Okay, please open, don't use the multiple, you may confuse. Okay, so now my ReactJS application is working. Okay, so let me add some tag. Okay, ReactJS application, ReactJS application. So by this one my application is running perfect. I was clear. Okay, so now I need to be add a third party libraries. Okay, for example, I want to add a bootstrap. What is the purpose of a bootstrap?
It will give a code.
Responsiveness.
Bootstrap is a framework. Use responsive side.
Yes. Vamsi, what about you? Vamsi, Venkatesh?
It's a Bootstrap is a framework.
Okay.
Which we use as a responsive
Okay.
web
Perfect.
application. Yeah.
Raghu, Naresh?
Bootstrap is a predefined CSS, HTML, and JavaScript.
Hey, not all these things. If I have the Bootstrap is predefined for HTML, CSS, JavaScript, then a React no need to use. So Bootstrap is the framework developed on the top of CSS by Twitter. Okay, so not only the Bootstrap, we're having the number of frameworks or the number of libraries on this, but the most 95% we are using the Bootstrap is the library to develop applications, because Bootstrap is the providing the responsive based applications. Okay, if you want to develop a mobile application, iPad application, desktop, whatever you want, you can able to develop. Okay, so now my ReactJS is the library and I have the Bootstrap is my framework. I need to add so here is my requirement is add a Bootstrap to ReactJS application. How to add? So Bootstrap is the different platform. Our ReactJS is the different platform. Okay, so if I go here Bootstrap, so this is the official website. Okay, so here I can able to download the specific version. Okay, or else I can able to see here they're providing the CDN link also. Copy. I'm just showing. See, all these are the Bootstrap syntaxes. So this is the minified one. Let me open non-modified one. Here I can able to read. See here, if I use the Bootstrap, it is showing like a predefined syntaxes like this. So media syntaxes. Even I will explain how to create on the weekend Saturday session. Monday to Friday will fully focus on JavaScript. ReactJS and Redux. On Saturday session, we'll fully focus on design part. Okay, so here I'm having the design parts. Okay, so all these are predefined syntaxes provided by the Bootstrap, and all the companies are following the same Bootstrap standard. Okay, they are okay with the Bootstrap standards. Okay, for example, I want to show like warning, I want to show like error. Number of things are there. We'll go one by one, but not now. Okay, so Bootstrap is the framework on the top of CSS developed by Twitter company. Okay, next. So how to add a Bootstrap? If I want to add any library or any library or a framework, npm providing the npm means our node package manager providing the commands. What is that command to be add? Npm space I for installation, install space Bootstrap. Okay, so here my application is running, right? Let me stop. How to stop? Control K C. Control K C. If you press the Control K C, it will be stop and terminate. Or else you can able to close directly. If you're confused to terminate, you can able to close. Why I'm closing? My application is currently running. Let me add a Bootstrap and let me rerun my application. Okay, where to be add the Bootstrap? So where is your application? So my application is the sample application. For this application, I need to be add a Bootstrap. Simply go to the address bar. Where to we go? Go to the address bar. Type a command. Okay. So I want to add a jQuery, npm install jQuery. Okay. So node package manager commanding the provider to add any libraries or the package. Okay. Any libraries or the frameworks. npm I for install Bootstrap. Press enter. Okay. So now the Bootstrap is installing in my system. Why I need to use the Bootstrap? To develop my application in the responsive design. Okay, Bootstrap is providing the predefined syntaxes. Okay, instead of I to be create. Even I will show you how to create a nice design by hands also. Okay, so now what happened? Two packages are added. So 211 packages are found in my node model. 211 are there, and it is showing about so and so information. Don't worry about all these things. Okay, so once if I add any third party libraries, what will happen? Okay, point number one, what will happen? So let us take once any library or framework installed below process will occur. Okay, what will happen? Point number one, library or framework will add in the node modules. Point number one. Okay, where is your node modules? Okay, so here is the sometime back we have created our application and I explained about a folder structure. What is the node modules? What is the SRC? So if anybody missed, let me know. I will share you even in my channel because trainings also. So these are the four videos is the public. Okay, please you can able to get it or else I will share you. So what is the purpose of this node modules? Node modules are the libraries. Node modules are the set of libraries, a huge library system, our node modules. These node module system is providing the code for our ReactJS application. So this is my ReactJS application. This node modules provides the code. Okay, these are the libraries provides the code to build run your application. Which application? ReactJS application. Okay, next. Once if I install a Bootstrap, see here, let me expand the Bootstrap. Okay, see here, Bootstrap, able to see? Okay, so before installing today team, do one thing. Okay, so do one thing, expand your node module. So check for the bootstrap is added or no. If it is not by default, it will definitely will not add. Okay, so please try to be run npm install bootstrap. Once you run that command, so it will be add the bootstrap library here. So let me expand this bootstrap. Okay, see here, bootstrap is providing the JS file, CSS files. Okay, so here you are having the CSS, number of a lot of CSS are there, grid CSS are there, form CSS are there, a number of things are there. Next, JavaScript files also. Okay, but bootstrap is nothing but it is contain the inbuilt, it is the CSS and JavaScript files providing you to be implement responsive design. So bootstrap helps to implement responsive design. So are you able to notice that one? So our library or the framework added in the node modules. Perfect. Next, change number 2. In a package JSON file, okay, in package JSON file, a reference will be added. Wait, library or a framework reference will be added. Okay, so what it is saying, the point number 2, once you added any third party library, the second thing will be, see here, where is my package.json? Here it is my package. It will add a reference bootstrap 5.2. But don't worry about all these syntaxes. Okay, don't worry about the remaining things. We'll see one by one. Okay, so it is adding the bootstrap version. What is the current version? So it will add latest version 5.2.1. So you may have the question, sir, I want to install 4.8. Okay, that's what. Let me open bootstrap again. For example, your client is saying about I don't want the latest version. Can you please install the 4.8 so and so version? Okay, so you can able to simply mention npm bootstrap. What is my command? Npm I bootstrap, right? So at the last, simply add at the rate of 5.2.1. Or else you, if you want the version like 4.6. Okay, so whatever the version you want to install, you can able to install. Let me go to the versions. Okay, if you say npm space I space bootstrap at the rate 4.6, it will install a 4.6 version. Okay, so if you're not adding a last alias at the rate, it will always take the latest version. What is the current version? 5.2.1. Okay, so mostly we're going to be take a latest version, but sometimes so today bootstrap is releasing the 5.2.2. For example, just today, if I creating my react.js application just by today also, can I use the 5.2.2? No. Okay, we don't know, right? It was released just today itself. We try to install the latest, so definitely there can be chance of issues. That's why our clients will be say about the please go for the stable versions. Okay, stable in the sense, for example, the just which is created 4 to 5 months back or else 6 months back. Okay, who will be guide? Either your client may ask the stakeholder person, or else your team lead or manager or architect maybe decide what is the versions we need to be used as a project. Once it is came, what are the libraries, what are the frameworks, what type of the versions we need to be used, they will decide. Okay, if they decide like a so and so framework, right, npm I, so if they want bootstrap 6 version, bootstrap at the rate 4.6, that's it. So it will install that specific version. Okay, are you clear? So these are the two things will be happen. Next, add bootstrap reference to our application. So Bootstrap is the third-party library of the framework. So if any third-party library of the framework you install, automatically it will not add to your project. Okay. So our node modules is the rich set of libraries. See, these many libraries are there. Okay. So all these libraries are used. What will happen? The performance will be down. The system will be slow. Why so? It has to be download all these libraries. Okay, instead of it to be do, right? So what we need to do, so whatever you required, okay, whatever you want to, okay, so which library of the framework you need to be add a reference, you need to add a reference, that is your responsibility. Okay, so add a bootstrap reference to our react.js application. Here you can able to add in a multiple ways, adding a bootstrap or reference to our project in the multiple places, multiple ways, either index.js, or else you can able to add index.css. Okay, so index.js here if you want to add, you can able to add. Okay, so here means import you can able to use, or else you can able to add in the index.css. Next one is the, if you want, you can able to include in the index.html also. So index.html also. So if I want to add any library or the framework, what is the syntax? If I want to add a CSS, then link type is equal to style sheet href is equal to, where it is, you need to provide that specific path. Okay, provide that path. Where is your bootstrap? Your bootstrap in the node modules. Okay, your index.js in the public folder, your node modules are outside, right? So // node modules / bootstrap / dist / css / bootstrap dot min.css. So this is the way you need to be add in the HTML. Please take, this is the one. So what is mean by // and // don't worry, I will give you the difference. But in the real time where you are adding, sir, but index.html is not recommended. I will show you the recommended place. Yes, somebody have question?
Sir, I have one question. Like we have installed Bootstrap in one application, right? Like if you want to use another application, we have to install again.
Yes, definitely. The setup and folder is different. We need to install again.
Okay, sir.
So the libraries are the frameworks which is specific to one application, only one for one client. That client only able to consume.
Okay. If you want to create another application example too, then we have to
Yes.
install the Bootstrap again.
Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions? Next, sir, which is the recommended? So the recommended is the index.cs file. So the recommended is index.cs file. Okay. But if we add, it will be work. So what is the syntax to be added? Please take, hope everybody taken the syntax, right? But don't worry about the pre-existing code in the index.html. Okay. So index.html is a non-modified file. In the real time also, you should not be allowed to modify. Okay. It is a constant file. That's it. It is a static. Can I go next? Hope everybody taken this is the one. So this is the syntax. If I want to add any CSS, I need to use the link tag. We're having the types of tags. I will explain. What is the tag? Types of tags I will explain. So type is an attribute. What is the type? Type. What is the attribute? Types of attribute. Everything will become. Don't worry. Okay. So now index.html is clear. Let me add in the index.js. How to add? Sir, can I add in the app.css also? Yes, you can do, but the recommended is index.css. @ import. Here you need to be provide a URL. Where is your application? Dot slash node modules slash bootstrap slash dist slash css slash bootstrap. Scroll down, bootstrap dot min dot css. That's it. So please take the syntax. So the recommended here is our recommendation here is you need to be add index dot css. So because this is my css file now, that's why. So I just added a bootstrap, right? Please take this is the one. So anybody having any questions? Adding this libraries, adding this bootstrap. Akaya, Bulli Babu, Narendra, Naresh, Prashanti, Praveen.
సార్ అది బూస్ట్రాప్ లో చాలా ఫైల్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదా సార్.
Yes, yes. So whatever you need, that's
But
it. For example, so min.css, it is contain the most 90% requirement. Okay. For example, I want to work only for the grid, only for the bootstrap grid. Okay, I can able to use the bootstrap grid.css. Okay.
ఓకే ఓకే.
But if you are using the bootstrap dot css, right, this bootstrap css internally having all these references, grid references. Okay, so only one thing is enough. Okay, or else I want to implement a specific one, you can able to use the grid or so on. So can I use all the features? You can able to add bootstrap dot css. Clear?
ఓకే సార్.
Sir, which one I use means in the real time you need to use the min only. So here while developing also you need to use the min only. What is the difference between the min and non-min file? So this is the minified file. Okay, this is the minified file. Minification in the sense we'll discuss about the minification in the upcoming sections, but I will explain the point like so if I compare the size of bootstrap.css is the different and the size of bootstrap.min.css is the different. Okay, minified our file size will be very low. So now I have added a bootstrap. See here, let me check our ReactJS application. Okay, a very small changes will become. So let me create a button. Okay, where to we go? Let me go here app.js. Let me create a button to check bootstrap is added or not. Input type button value. Just my button is the name called button. Wait, are we running? No. So we need to be run. Yeah, what is the command? npm space start. Okay, sometime back we have installed the bootstrap, right? We need to be run this one. Okay, so while it is running, anybody still having any questions to add these bootstraps? Bootstrap is providing the different references, so which raised by the Naresh. Okay, so whatever you want, I need the so and so minified file. That's it. You can able to add only minified file.
Can we run npm start command in the VS Code?
Yes, in the VS Code also we can able to run. So from where, right? So here you are having the terminal. Click on the new terminal. You can able to run from here. Okay. So npm space start. Here you are having the terminal. Click on the new terminal. Here you can able to run it. Okay. But if I run this terminal from here, right? So it will take a half part. Here you need to be use it. Okay. So it will take a half part. So here you need to be develop. Here you need to be run. Next, Visual Studio Code may be burden. It will take a little burden. So burden in the sense where you are writing the code and developing. Okay, so maybe little performance will be decreased. Okay, but that is not a matter. That is not a matter based on your system performance. Here also you can able to run, or here also. So what this terminal, terminal again is nothing but a command prompt. Clear? So here, if I want to run my React.js application from the Visual Studio Code, yes, I can able to run. So here you are having the terminal. Open the terminal. Terminal is nothing but a command prompt provided by the Visual Studio Code. From here also I can able to add references. Why it is taking too much? Let me start. So take that point, terminal. If I want to run the Visual Studio Code, open the terminal, run your command. So next point, terminal is nothing but a command prompt provided by the Visual Studio Code. Now my React.js application is working. It is running the application and it is trying to come. Yes. Here you can able to see, right? This is my normal button. Okay. So let me add some bootstrap classes. Class name btn space btn hyphen primary. So by this I can able to say my bootstrap was added successfully to my React.js application. Okay, just to test, just add one button. Okay, sir, what is this btn primary? I was not aware. Don't worry, we'll see now. So on the weekend session, Saturday session, we'll see the design part. Okay, so btn is nothing button. If you want to define a button, sir, specifically to the button, so bootstrap is providing a specific to the button, so bootstrap is providing the css. Okay, nothing but a classes. Okay, so by today everybody able to create application, able to create a component. Okay, even I will explain a component. Next, you can able to add a bootstrap reference. Okay, next. So if I want to develop application, what are the two parts? Applications are the two parts. So first one is the designer, second one is the coding. So design is nothing but where user can able to look and feel the see. Okay, for example, if I develop my Amazon web application, so here you can able to see that this is the wall, this is the what our design. If I click on here, I want to book so and so, I want to book a buses. So something was happening, it is asking so and so. Here it is asking some inputs. This is nothing but a coding. A coding is new to be interact with application. Designing means to appearance. Okay, if I want to go for the design, what I need to be use? I need to be use HTML and CSS. HTML and CSS. What is mean by HTML? Hope we know. Hypertext markup language. The purpose of HTML is display. The purpose of HTML is represent and display content. Content means the data on the browser. Next, the purpose of CSS. Add styles. Nothing but appearance. 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 Okay. Add styles to the web application. Okay. So please take a heading. Core components of HTML. So if I want to work with HTML, what are the requirements? What I need to be there? So if I say core components, so these are the requirements. What are the core components of HTML? Just as you know, please add it. Is it right or wrong? Here I will be there. No? I will correct you. What are the core components of HTML? If I want to work with HTML, what are the requirements? What to be used? What HTML is providing?
Tags.
Tags. Yeah, Naresh.
Attributes,
Attributes.
elements,
Element. IDs. Yeah, Venkatesh. Venkatesh, Vamsi, Surya, Raghu. What else? It is providing
attributes, values.
values. So here I got a answers like somebody saying attributes, somebody saying about tags, somebody saying about elements, IDs, values, so on so. So there are three core components. First one is the elements. What you said, that is perfect. Next one is the tags. Next one is the attributes. Okay. So these three are the core components of your HTML. So means if I want to develop any rich application, are you able to see, right? The design perspective, the pagination perspective, okay, the scrolling perspective. However, applications was designed, able to see, right? If I want to develop any type of application, I need the HTML. HTML needs the three things. What are those elements? Next one is the tags. Next one is the attributes. So please take a heading, elements. So basically, I need to explain this one on the last Saturday, but the first Saturday I will give you the holiday to take a confirmation. Okay. So what is mean by elements?
Tags and with content.
Elements represent the content. Okay. So these elements will be represent the contents. Element, an element contain tags and attribute. Tags and attributes. Say tag and attributes. An element, one element. Okay. So an element contain tag and attributes. Okay. Please take this point. I will show you practical. So here I just design one button control. Am I correct? So let me open this button control here. So what is the tag here? Which is the element here? So element means the end-to-end representation from here to here. We can able to simply call my element. So what it is?
Input.
So here my element is input button element. Input button element. Okay. So which is the tag here? Tag is a input. Which are the attributes?
type,
Type,
class,
class name, value.
Class name, value. So how to identify an attribute means other than the tag, remaining all are attributes. You can able to take the stone point like other than the tag, remaining all are attributes. Attributes in the element. If you take an element other than the tag, remaining all are attributes. Okay. So let me define a paragraph. Let me define some paragraph. Okay. ReactJS real-time oriented sessions. Okay, so if I say this is the one, so here it is. Let me add some ID. Okay, or else let me add some class bg hyphen success. So bg hyphen success is nothing but somewhat it will show a green color, just a green color, but don't worry. So here you are having the background color. All this I will explain end to end. Here, what is the element?
Paragraph.
Paragraph is the element. So our paragraph is an element. So paragraph means if I say, please create a paragraph means what Venkatesh will do? Venkatesh will be create a paragraph like this. So here, which is the element means the end to end. Element is nothing but end to end. But which is the tag? Paragraph is represented by the P tag. Are you clear? So difference between the tag and element. So tag will represent an element. Next one, what is the attribute here?
Class.
So what is the attribute? Simply class name is my attribute. Okay, so now you got it right. What is the tag? Tag represent the element. If I want to represent a table, table, table is the tag. I want to represent a table row, tr is the tag. Okay, tag represent the element. For example, paragraph P, division, div. So how many tags are there? We're having 100 plus tags are there. Even I will explain you what is the tag under types of tags. What is the tag and types of tag? I will in detail I will explain. Okay, so for example, paragraph P, table row is nothing but a tr. Break is represented by br. So like this. So next one is the attributes. So what is mean by attribute? See here, if you observe here, so class is the attribute. By the class, if you are adding the class as attribute, what you are achieving? By adding the class, what you are achieved? I mean, what you are got here?
Style.
Got extra
Style.
CSS from
You add
Bootstrap.
additional information to the
Okay. So you are saying about somebody saying that style, somebody saying about additional information. Okay, but definition wise, it can be, but that is not a pure definition. I will give the exact definition. So if you observe here, it is adding some styling, nothing but it is colorized. Okay. Next, so if I say type, then that input is converted to a type. So this is called a behavior. So what it will do, tag will add appearance and behavior to an element. Okay, here you can able to say it add a extra information to your tag or element. It will add extra information to your element. So the purpose of attribute will add appearance and behavior to an element. Appearance by the styles, behavior by the actions. If I say on click, behavior, on focus, on key up, on key down. So all these actions blur. So number of actions are there. All these actions are say as behavior. Okay. So appearance is added by the appearance added by the styles. Nothing but your styles or class. Behavior added by the, for example, click, focus. So in detail, I will give you the list. Once if I give the list, what is the element, you know, what is the tag, you know, what is the attribute, you know, by this class. But what is the element, types of elements. On the weekend session, we'll see what is the tag, types of tags. What is the attribute, types of attributes. Okay. We will give the in detail. Okay. So like this, so appearance means only style or class. That's it. Only two things. Here you are having the multiple things are there. Okay. So what we have seen today, team. So today I will create a lab link and I will text you the lab link. Okay. So please complete the labs and post there. Okay. Library versus framework. What is the library and what is the framework? Next, how to add a third party library. For example, Bootstrap to ReactJS application. After adding a third party library or frameworks, which files will be modified. Okay, what are the files? It will be modified. Next, core components of HTML. What are the core components of HTML? What is a element? What is the tag? What is the attribute? Okay. Next, please take it as a lab. Hope everybody created the React.js application. So initially for a week, daily create one React application. Do from the scratch. Okay, then you will become a habit. Okay, create a React.js application. Add a Bootstrap. See here, I have shown you the two things. There are three ways to add index.html, index.js, and index.css. I shown you in the index.html, I shown you in the index.css. But you try for the index.js also. Okay, but three at a time is not required. Okay, if you're adding a three at a time is not required. Sir, if I add a three at a time and three references will become no, only one reference. That will be taken care by our browser. Okay. Create and display some HTML content. Okay, so try to be create a paragraph, try to be create some divisions, some headers, labels, footers, like this. Try it. Okay, header, just add some header, footer, content. Just try it, whatever you want. Okay, so every day, whoever is looking for the job, please practice 3 to 4 hours. Okay, but who is already working, like at least after 1 hour session is completed, so either in the day you may just add like half an hour to 1 hour minimum to be practiced. Okay, maybe 1 2 week sessions, whoever is working, right, it can be easy. We'll go in detail. Okay, so team, that's it for today's session. Please be wait, whoever is having the doubts will discuss.